Do you want to sound more like a native English speaker? Well, here's the secret. Idioms. Stick around because in the next few minutes, I'm going to teach you 9 must-know English idioms that will have you sounding fluent and natural in no time. If you're new here, my name's Michael Anton. I'm the founder of English at the Ready, and it's my goal to make you fluent in English. So let's get started. Now, before we get into today's idioms, let's quickly talk about what idioms actually are. Idioms are phrases where the meaning isn't quite what you'd expect from the words themselves. These phrases have a figurative meaning, which is very different from their literal meaning. I'll give you an example. To kick the bucket. To kick the bucket doesn't mean you're actually kicking a bucket. It means to die. See how different the meaning is? So now you can understand idioms are a fun way to add a little extra color to your speech to make it sound more natural and more native. Why should you care about idioms? Well, think about it like this. Imagine you're a painter trying to create a beautiful painting. You're probably going to want to use a lot of different colors to make your painting stand out, right? Well, idioms are like adding those extra colors to your language. Native speakers use idioms all the time in their everyday conversations. So if you want to understand them better, or if you want to sound more like a native speaker yourself, you need to be familiar with English idioms. All right, with that out of the way, let's dive into today's lesson. As I said, we're going to learn 9 essential idioms that will help you sound more like a native speaker. Ready? Let's go. Let's start with something that shows how happy you are. On cloud 9. On cloud 9. When you're feeling super happy, like you just got great news, or maybe you had the best day ever, we could say you're on cloud 9. For example, after getting the job offer, she was on cloud 9 for the whole day. Or he was on cloud 9 when he found out his favorite band was coming to town. To be on cloud 9 means to be extremely happy. Now, let's shift to something a bit sadder. If someone is feeling really down or really sad, you can say they're down in the dumps. Down in the dumps. This is an easy way to describe a sad mood or when someone is feeling a bit depressed. For example, he's been down in the dumps since he lost his wallet. I've been feeling down in the dumps all week because of the bad weather. To be down in the dumps means to feel sad or unhappy. All right, moving on to something much more positive. When someone is incredibly kind or caring, we could say they have a heart of gold. For example, she has a heart of gold and would do anything to help her friends. He's always donating to charity because he truly has a heart of gold. To have a heart of gold means to be extraordinarily kind and generous. Next, let's talk about a common expression you'll definitely hear when people are tired and ready to sleep. To hit the hay. To hit the hay. This means it's time to go to bed. This just means it's time to go to bed. For example, I'm exhausted. I think it's time to hit the hay. We had a long day of traveling, so I'm ready to hit the hay. To hit the hay means to go to bed. Before we continue with the rest of today's idioms, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to English at the Ready here on YouTube if you're finding this lesson helpful. Also, if you want to study English with me this year, click the link in the description below to learn more about how we can help you improve your English. We have lots of amazing programs and resources that I know will absolutely help you and support you in your journey to English fluency. So click the link below to learn more. Now, let's get back into the lesson. Up next, we have something you might do when you've got a lot of work to finish: to burn the midnight oil. If you've got a big project or exam coming up and you need to stay up late to finish, we say you're burning the midnight oil. For example, I had to burn the midnight oil to finish the project on time. Or she burned the midnight oil studying for her final exams. To burn the midnight oil means to work very late into the night. Now, sometimes after working hard, you just want to stop and relax. That's when you might say you're going to call it a day. To call it a day simply means you're done with work for now and it's time to stop. You're calling it a day. For example, I've been at the desk for hours. Let's call it a day and grab dinner. Or, we finished most of the work, so let's call it a day and relax. To call it a day means to stop working or to finish work for the day. Okay, let's move on to something a little more light-hearted. When something is super easy, you can say it's a piece of cake. Piece of cake. This means it's no trouble or no problem at all. For example, somebody might ask you, can you finish this in an hour? And you say, sure, that's a piece of cake. Or, can you handle this task? No problem, that's a piece of cake. It's easy to do. It's a piece of cake. Now let's get into something that's very useful when you're in a hurry, when you're busy, and you want somebody to get straight to the point, to cut to the chase. This means you want them to skip all the extra details and just give you the important part of the story. For example, can you cut to the chase and just tell me what happened? Or, I don't have much time, so let's cut to the chase. Let's get to the main point without unnecessary details. Let's cut to the chase. And last but not least, we have the idiom to bite the bullet. To bite the bullet means to do something difficult or unpleasant because you have no other choice. You bite the bullet. For example, I really don't want to go to the dentist, but I'm going to bite the bullet and make the appointment. Or, I know I've been putting off this project, but I'll have to bite the bullet and start working on it today. To bite the bullet means to do something unpleasant because it's necessary. To bite the bullet. Learning idioms is one of the best ways to take your English to the next level. With these 9 essential idioms under your belt, you'll sound more fluent, more confident, and more like a native speaker. Remember, practice is key. So keep using these expressions and idioms in your daily conversations and immerse yourself in English media, books, music, movies, to see them in action. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to English at the Ready here on YouTube if you found this lesson useful. If you want to study English with me and my team this year, click the link in the description below to learn more about how we can help you start speaking English more fluently and confidently. My team and I have lots of great programs available to help you reach your fluency goals. So click the link down below to learn more. And don't forget to share your favorite idioms in the comments below. I want to hear from you. I want to learn more about which idioms you found useful and which idioms you already knew. Thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.